Yeah, tell a man, geek talk. Let's enjoy the show. Tell a man, always got a plan. Geek talk is popping where it's really at. Represents geek culture, homie got structure. Sometimes it's vulgar, screw catch culture. Feel like Goofy, smart to say the least. Loving One Piece, man really loves to eat. Everybody knows the show is really is. Tell a man, you know what time it is. Let's go, geek talk.
Grab my coffee here.
All right, sounds like someone's excited. Hello and welcome to another episode of Geek Talk with Tyler. And as always, I'm your host, Tyler. Today I'll be joined by my co-host, Dennis French. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for reaching out. Before we go any further, do you want to talk a bit about yourself? A little bit about your work, where people can find you, and all that other fun jazz?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, you can catch all my music on YouTube, all platforms. I'm on there. New song that just came out called Walking Back to You. Just released. I was very happy with the song. It's about me coming back to the music scene. I had a few medical issues. Started when I was playing when I was, 7, 6, 5 on piano and guitar, drums, etc. Toured with a lot of bands and had a few medical issues, as I say, and through no fault of my own, doctor misdiagnosed. Anyways, but that's the story, and I'm in process. I've already completed 5 of the 6 tracks of the album that's coming out shortly. And working with a great producer, Michael Hansen, Grammy nominated, 6 Junos or whatever he has. A lot, very experienced singer, songwriter in his own right. So that's about the story with me right now. And I just keep working away. This is my little Chabad here. This is where I write my room here. Great place to write from.
All right, awesome. Our episode today is going to be discussing about songwriting today. When you're writing something instrumental or on the more lyrical side, we're going to be discussing on how society has impacted the songwriting world. Now, Dennis, you're way more familiar with songwriting than I'll ever be. Why did you want to get into this particular career choice?
It was just a natural progression for me. There wasn't no get into it. I just did it since I was a kid. Touring with, bands of Doobie Brothers, Rush, Beach Boys, that kind of thing. I toured quite a bit, played in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, recorded down there. Recorded in San Francisco with Elliot Mazer, who was famed with Neil Young and the Grateful Dead. Played in New York City there with the Boomtown Rats. In Poughkeepsie in upper state New York there. Played some shows with England Day and John Farcoley. But I digress. I've always been writing since I was a kid. My first time on the piano, came home and I didn't know how to play nothing, but I thought it was Beethoven. I really couldn't play a lick, but it's ingrained in you. We always had music in the house going around, and I never thought anything different from it. I've always been writing.
Well, awesome. So sounds like music's definitely had an impact on your life.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. Like I say, I've been writing ever since, and now I took a step back there after my medical thing. I've stockpiled, 100 songs that I wrote during my process, and I'm recording them all now and releasing them.
Oh, sounds like you got a lot of work ahead of you.
Yes, I do.
Tell me, I have a theory based on what kind of music genre you write, based on the types of bands you followed. But for the audience out there, what kind of music do you write?
My music is in the realm of Tom Petty, Beatles in there, Neil Young. I don't know. I never have one thing because I write whatever comes to me. You never know what it is that comes down the pipe. It just happens. I can't say, okay, well, actually, I did. I've written a song. I've almost finished it, recording it now. I was watching America's Got Talent, and this girl, Grace, came on and played. And she was sensational. And as she was playing, I was running back and forth to my keyboard and writing the words down. And I came up with a great song, be coming out soon. It's called Every Word She Said. And yeah, but mostly I just write whatever's been happening in my life, or someone else. Whoever, maybe I'll write a line about you in a song. I don't know where it comes from. I'll be writing a song. I'll think of someone in their lifetime and what's happened to them, other than always everything to me. So a lot of people can identify.
So, if I hear you correctly, and this isn't painting with a broad brush, this is your specific, you believe that when people write music, they write the music and then the genre gets associated later.
Yes, that's correct. I don't purposely go out there and say, "Oh, I'm going to write a rock song now. Let's bring in all the guitars." It doesn't work that way. If I write on piano or I'll write on guitar, I never know
Do you
what it's
believe
going to be.
labeling genres limits the writing styles of music? Like saying, I need you to write a quote unquote rock song or a rap song or a
Yeah.
classical piece of music. Do you think that really limits the creativity of any songwriter?
No, I can write classic. I've been working on film scores, um, developing themes like for example, there's a musical theme, no words, in the movie Castaway. Beautiful string arrangement. Um, anyways, yeah.
Hey, awesome. What other films have you done? Or at least wrote the score for?
No, I didn't do the score for Castaway. I said that was an example
My mistake.
of, yeah, no problem. I'm always working on something. I spend at least 8 hours a day in my studio working on songs. It starts from 6 in the morning when I get up and doesn't end till sometimes I'll get up in the middle of the night. A song will come to me and I'll walk in here and play it. That happens to me quite a bit.
Oh, that definitely sounds like a level of commitment. But
Yep.
if you don't mind, I'm going to take this to a slightly political route for a second.
Sure.
Do you believe, with all this woke culture, this cancel culture that's going on in modern media, do you believe that has a negative impact at all for the songwriters that exist?
Are you talking about AI or what are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about like saying music was a lot more, it really didn't have a lot of restrictions back in the day, as did all forms of art. But nowadays
Yes.
we have, oh, you can't say this, you can't put in that. Do you think the same applies to music?
Actually, no. Anybody can write anything they want, and it's pretty well wide open. And anything goes today
Really?
in writing. In writing, anything goes. That's what I've noticed.
Hmm.
Um, yeah,
Interesting. Do you have any words of advice for the upcoming songwriters?
write from your heart and follow your gut feeling and practice. No, you don't need to practice. As there's one producer out there, I won't say his name. He can't even play an instrument. He's world famous. Um, he just follows the feel of the song. Neil Young's last producer there, what's his name? I forget. Rock. It doesn't matter. So all I would say is just follow your heart and just keep writing and rewrite, 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 rewrite.
All right, one last question before I let you go. Who would you say the most interesting person you've ever worked with is?
Well, it'd be There's so many, but I could tell you though, the best stage I ever played on was with the Doobie Brothers in the Montreal Civic Center there. Their stage, when I walked on it to play, was just the best stage I'd ever been on. And I've been on with, a lot of stages, but the Doobie Brothers, such a nice feel when you walk out there. You feel like you're in your living room or whatever, and you're playing to the crowds. It's pretty nice.
All right, rock on. And
Thank you.
this wraps up our music themed episodes of Geek Talk with Tyler. Dennis, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to talk with me today.
I really appreciate it. And please follow, share, and join my YouTube channel. That would be a big help to me.
All right, and what's the name of this YouTube channel?
Dennis French.
All right, that's easy to remember. So yes, if
Yeah.
you like this episode, feel free to hit like, subscribe, and follow both your hosts as well as my co-host. But no matter what you decide to do, remember that very one important thing. Stay geeky.